There were several teams that people thought maybe should have gotten a bid to the NCAA tournament, but two of those teams at the top of the list were definitely Indiana State and Seton Hall, and lo and behold, they're facing each other now in the NIT Finals on Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to break this game down for you in full detail, analyze the side and the total, and let you know the best way to play this game and make some money when you do so on Thursday night. NIT Finals coming up free for you here in just a moment. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, back here on Wager Talk TV. And don't forget also to check out my Final Four preview for both games this Saturday. NC State, Purdue, Alabama, UConn. Those are available right here, right now on Wager Talk TV as well. But we're looking at the NIT Finals here on Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. And Indiana State's been a fun team to watch this year. One of the most explosive offensive teams in the country. And boy, wouldn't it have been nice if they'd made the tournament instead of not my Virginia Cavaliers. UVA put up, 11 points at halftime in their play-in loss. Could have had Indiana State, a team that just put up 100 points in the NIT semifinal 2 nights ago against Utah. And they are an explosive offense. However, their defense is very suspect. In fact, in their last 5 games, they've given up 48% shooting or worse in 4 of those 5 games. It all started with that conference tournament loss against Drake in the finals a few weeks ago as a 3-point favorite. They gave up 52% shooting, 84 points, and that's why they did not get the bid to the NCAA tournament. Had to try to get in as an at-large, and they came just a little bit short. But they've won 4 straight here in the NIT. Now, their first 3 games were all at home, and they get a very friendly confines here in the NIT semis and finals because it's not at Madison Square Garden like it used to be. It's at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Indiana State should have a little bit of a home crowd edge here once again in the finals after taking care of Utah in the semis on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Seton Hall also had a very favorable matchup to the finals here. They didn't have to play a true road game either. Took care of Georgia, a team that had covered, 7 straight since losing one of their best players. But Seton Hall matched up well against Georgia, won that game easily by 17 on Tuesday night. And now they're the dog, a 3-point dog against Indiana State. Now, this is a typical matchup of better defense versus better offense. We see this in all types of sports. And the old adage, of course, is defense wins championships. And that's the case. Then Seton Hall rates the edge, but Indiana State holds a substantial offensive edge. Looking at efficiency rankings for the entire season, I use several different sets of rankings and efficiency ratings. A fair line on a neutral court would have been anywhere from pick'em to -2. So the current line of Indiana State -3 is a bit inflated. Now, you could make an argument maybe the friendly confines of Indianapolis are worth a point, but both teams just played here on this court Tuesday night. So at most, I'd only factor in a point. So the line does look a little bit inflated here. But once again, can Seton Hall keep up with Indiana State? They only faced one opponent this year with the total over the 150 range, and they lost that game by double digits, 85-72 on a neutral court against the Iowa Hawkeyes 4 months ago. That was back on November 24th. So it's not a great matchup if the game gets fast. And as we saw, they did struggle against a fast-paced Iowa team, but that was early in the season. Couple matchups that do favor Seton Hall, though. First of all, Seton Hall's problem offensively this year, they're not a great shooting team, especially on the road. They don't shoot the 3 well. They get a lot of their points from 2-point range. But Indiana State has been vulnerable on defense, especially from 2-point range, and they do give up a good amount of points from both 2 and 3. They're just not a great defensive team. They play fast, but they give up baskets. But Seton Hall's biggest problem offensively has been turnovers this year. But Indiana State is not a pressure team. Even though they play fast, they do not force many turnovers. They rank only 277th in turnover percentage out of the 362 Division I teams. So I do think Seton Hall will take care of the ball here. They'll get more scoring chances as well. So instead of looking at the side or the total, let's look at a team total here. I like Seton Hall over 78 total points, and there's a few reasons why. First of all, I do think Indiana State will probably be able to push the pace a little bit here. We saw that happen in some other games this year. Seton Hall has also been playing faster here in recent games. In fact, on the season, their tempo rating was around about 66.5. That's well below average. Average is about 67, 68. But if you look at the recent games against Georgia the other night, 84 points, 74 for the pace. Game before that against UNLV, they scored 91 points, 70 for the pace. So they've gone over, they've been in that mid to high 80 range the last 2 games with a faster tempo. Now they're facing one of the fastest teams in the entire country. So I like Seton Hall over 78 points, whether they cover or not, whether the game goes over or not. I think this works because if Seton Hall in the under hits, they still have a chance of going over this if they win. Obviously, if Indiana State covers, it's going to probably be a fast-paced game. Seton Hall still has a good shot of going over 78 either way. So let's not try to predict if it's going to be Indiana State over, Seton Hall under. Let's play the Pirates, Seton Hall's team total, over 78 points in the NIT final on Thursday night. Hey, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this strategy. Do you agree, disagree? Do you like the side or the total better? How are you playing the NIT finals on Thursday night? Comment below. I read all the comments. I reply back. Include some analysis as well. Let's learn and earn and win together here on Wager Talk TV. Don't forget, thumbs up, like, keeps these videos free. And don't forget also to join the family. Hit subscribe to be part of Wager Talk TV for free. And click the bell as well, so you know not only when those Final Four previews went up on Tuesday, they're still here to watch right now, but I'll have a bonus Fade the Public edition on Friday here on the channel. So click subscribe and click the bell for instant alerts. And don't forget, if you want my personal best bets, I do have my top best bet for the NCAA Final Four this Saturday, loaded nice and early for my clients right now. You can also get it right now at wagertalk.com. And while you're there, check out the daily free plays. Baseball off to a great start, 6-1 on best bets and free plays so far this young baseball season. NBA has been fantastic for my entire career, including once again this year. 55-35, ranked number one on NBA sides this season. Last year at number one in all of 2023, going 103-63 on all NBA plays. And I'm number one all time on NBA sides at the history of wagertalk.com. I know we're talking college hoops, but there are only 4 games remaining in the season. The money to be made is with baseball and pro basketball for the next several months. And if you want to get the NBA for the rest of the season, it was $280. Get it for just $219 this week with promo code NBA219. That's NBA219. Use that at promo code when you check out. Get the rest of my basketball season for the NBA all the way through the NBA Finals in late June for just $219. That works out to just over $2.50 a day for my number one ranked NBA best bets. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. That promo code's on the homepage right now. Full details. Save big with NBA 219 for the rest of the pro basketball season. And don't forget to check out those free plays as well. Best bets and free plays off to a 6-1 start this year in Major League Baseball. Hey, thanks for watching. Once again, comment below. I read all the comments. I reply back. And be sure to stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV for more great basketball and baseball preview videos coming up next.